Hi, welcome to our show.
Well, hi, everybody!
Coming to you somewhat live and semi-weekly from the Quad M World headquarters located in Helena's scenic North Valley. It's the Quad M Show. Here are your hosts, TJ and Jason.
Let's go ahead here and begin our show as we always like to do and give a shout out to those that are giving us the lovin'. Thank you to you folks out there in San Jose, California, Union City, California. Hey, Derek. New York, Las Vegas, Nevada, Bozeman, Montana, Caldwell, New Jersey, Carlisle, Pennsylvania, Munster, Indiana, Los Angeles, California, and of course the home office is out here in Helena, Montana, and also, lest we forget, our good friends out there in China. Ni howdy!
Ni howdy.
Ni howdy to each and every one of ye. All right, what are you perusing there on the tablet, good sir?
Nothing. Porn. Duh.
What's it to you? All right, well, since we got that the hell out of the way, good sir, how was your week?
Busy and uneventful.
Busy and uneventful.
Yes.
Aside from the work, or?
I'm just working a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I can tell you on my end, it's basically just been a fucking a week of gearing up, because next week, ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages, there will be no Quad M show next week.
Fucking bullshit!
As I will be in attendance at Wizard World Chicago.
Oh, good for you!
It'll be the first time getting out that far east.
Well, no shit.
Gotta be careful in Chicago. I hear it's pretty diddly there.
You know, there's been a couple people that have been spouting off saying, oh, you're going to end up getting mugged. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to get mugged in a convention center? Jesus Christ. Maybe walking the 2 blocks to the hotel.
Maybe.
But, you know, at least then I'll got something to talk about for the show. Label that show. Guess what happened to me on the way to Wizard World?
I almost got mugged, but I sold him some comic books.
but instead, he's our first Patreon backer. Yay, us.
His name is Pockets.
I don't know how seriously I could take getting mugged by a gang member named Pockets.
It's a name you can't say menacingly either.
Yo, and this is my boy Patches.
And his brother Pockets.
Pockets and Patches. It's one of those deals where, like, this is the first time I'm actually going to be flying to a show. And, you know, because normally everything has been within driving range. You know, I think the worst being 13 hours to Reno or 10 hours to Portland, but still a day's drive. Chicago, there was no way in hell I was going to fucking, you know, take 2 days and drive there. There was just no fucking way. I'm almost thinking, though, I probably should have, because it's going to equate to being, the gas would have ended up being much cheaper. Because, you know, the plane ticket, but holy shit. The shipping. I had no fucking idea. Again, first time doing this. I had no idea what I was doing. And so I was going through the local venues to try to figure out where the hell I was going to ship to. And I'm not going to name any company names, but next time the Brown asks me what they can do for me, I'm going to tell them they can kiss my ass and eat a dick.
Eat a dick! You were telling me about that. It was... holy shit. It was...
Yeah, well, I go in there, right?
It was more to ship your stuff than it would have been to ship yourself.
Pretty much. Because it would have just been one item. Because heaven forbid, you know, I go in and I'm under the expectation, because I've worked in enough shipping and receiving areas in my time that I know, you know, bulk freight, you put the shit on a pallet, you wrap the pallet, you ship the pallet, and you go by weight. Okay? I go to the fucking UPS store, because heaven forbid they actually have, like, working hours at the main office for incoming working traffic. And I'm talking to the gal, and I says, okay, here's kind of what I'm looking at. It's like, well, how many totes, how many boxes, how many this, how many that? I'm like, holy fuck, okay. Yeah, I've got like 9 to 11 boxes of comics. How big are the boxes? I'm like, fuck, I don't know. I haven't measured them. I mean, kind of like size quantity. I mean, maybe about that cubic spacing, maybe about this, 12 by 12 size box, but it's not the same dimensions? I don't know. I can tell you the weight. I weighed everything. Well, we're kind of looking. I was like, okay, fine. How many totes? Like 5? And what size the totes? I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Varying from like fucking big to little kind of skinny. I mean, this is not what I was prepared for. Well, okay, we got kind of rough numbers here. Let's go ahead and do the thing. And they fucking show me a bill of damn near $900 to ship. And I'm like, fuck that. I didn't obviously say that to her. I'm a little more professional than that, but holy fuck, because I was looking at other like online kind of what average pricing is. And so I had it budgeted for about $450 to $500. Still quite a fucking bit. But at least I knew what I would be getting into and what I had budgeted out for. So they sent me to another place, which, here in town is known for their moving of items from house to house, residence to residence, what have you. And I thought, okay, cool. We can go through them, see what they've got. And I don't think I was there but 5 minutes total time. Because when I told them what I needed, what I was doing, they said, well, our minimum is 2,100 pounds.
Holy bejesus.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't have 2,100 pounds. Where I don't have a fucking ton. It feels like a ton when I'm fucking lugging it up and down stairs, sure, but it's not that fucking much. I can tell you that for sure. So they sent me to a third company. And these guys were really good to deal with. I told them what my deal was, and I'm like, okay, well, so are you looking at doing a pallet? And I says, yes. And they says, well, I can either give you the pallet and you can bring it in, or you can just bring your stuff here and we can load it up. I says, I will bring the stuff in. And so, I brought him in, backed up the ramp to the loading dock, and okay, they set the pallet down, and he goes, now, I'll go start in on the paperwork. Are you able to load a pallet? I says, sir, I have spent more than my fair share of time in fucking retail. I know how to load a pallet. Okay, great. So he goes and does his thing, and I fucking load that pallet to perfection. He was so impressed, I thought he was going to fucking give me a job right then and there. Which I would have said, I tell you what, you can save yourself a paycheck and just go free shipping, but that conversation never took place. So, anywho, got all that squared away. And they gave me a fucking confirmation number, a tracking number. And they says, call back on Tuesday, because it's going to end up going to a separate another company, and we're going to end up having a different tracking number. I'm like, okay, great. This is how shit gets lost in shipping. This is the thing that I am the most nervous about. I'm not concerned about losing my luggage more so than I am concerned about, like, going to the fucking convention center and all of a sudden, we don't have your shit, sir.
And that would suck ass.
Yeah, just a little bit, yeah. But so anyways, no, I'll fly out of here on Wednesday, do the show Thursday through Sunday, and then fly back Monday. I decided to stay that extra night because I really don't feel like sitting there trying to, go fucking assholes and elbows trying to get everything all fucking loaded back onto another pallet, wrapped, and get it ready to get shipped back over here, and then try to fucking make some bullshit red-eye flight. No, not my gig. So I'd much rather just be able to pack the shit, get it all set up, fantastic, good. No, send it off with a kiss and a wave, and then go back to the hotel for a restful night's sleep, and then hit Chicago O'Hare and come back home that way.
Silly question, you didn't mention it though, but like all the shipping and stuff, is that your return too?
Oh, that's not a silly question, sir. Of course it isn't. That's one way.
Oh.
No. But like I said, I budgeted accordingly. I
Okay.
knew what I was getting into.
Okay.
And, the more I'm thinking about it, unless I like do Philly, like fly out to Philadelphia and do a show or something like extremely East Coast, I'm almost thinking if I can do it in 2 days, I may just drive from going forward.
Yeah.
Because $200 to $300 in gas is way fucking cheaper than, airfare, shipping, and all that type of stuff.
Right. You won't have to poop on an airplane.
Well, I've never had to do that, and I've been through some pretty long fucking flights too. Being stranded on a tarmac for 3 hours, type of shit. Never had to poop on a plane. Because I'm smart like that. I don't fucking eat before I travel. Now, upon landing, I'll fucking gorge like a goddamn Jabba the Hutt at the fucking buffet.
Oka toka.
Oh, chunga gwa wookie. Oh, nom 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 nom. So, another thing, just because I'm that way when it comes to time filler.
Okay.
So this week, Avengers of Infinity War came out on DVD and Blu-ray.
Okay.
Finally, because all those little fuckers that they want to sit there and think that, oh, we're cool because I can watch my movie on a phone. They get it like a week earlier. Fuck you. I watch my shit on a TV like it's supposed to be watched.
A big giant TV, actually.
Yes. With what some people call as pretty damn good picture. Some people. So as I'm sitting there and I'm watching the Infinity War, again reminded of how just fucking good that movie is. I really do like that movie. I decided to come up with the little clickbaity bullshit list of my personal top 5 superhero comic book movies.
Okay.
And now with that, as always, because you know how I like to make things, as you say, difficult or complex.
Shit. Are you going to make me do this off the top of my head?
Oh, God, no.
You
God,
didn't
no.
tell me to prepare for this shit.
No. Not at all. Not at all. This is one you can agree with or say, well, what do you think about this movie? This is open for discussion. If you got something you would like to add in and throw in, feel free, chime in at any point. But my major disclaimers on this, because I could sit there and say a comic book movie, and you could throw damn near anything in there. But my self-imposed rules on this were, number 1, it had to have its roots or origin in comic books. So, like, no RoboCop.
Okay.
Okay, because there were some people that were, like, throwing RoboCop in lists of comic book movies. I'm like, it's not a fucking comic book. The RoboCop comics came out because of the movie, not vice versa. Okay?
Right.
Second big rule.
Okay.
The movies had to be superhero. Okay, so like no imprint titles like Men in Black, History of Violence, Road to Perdition. Movies that, yes, may have been based in comics, but aren't superhero. Because, again, superhero comic book movies. And then number 3, no animated films.
Okay.
Because in doing that, it would just be basically all DC Universe shit. And then, that would constitute the fucking top 5. It wouldn't be fair to the other kids.
Right.
So no animated films either. So with that, now I did have some honorable mentions that could have been top 5, but just didn't make the cut. With that, Dredd, the Carl Urban version, not the Sylvester Stallone shitty movie. So fucking good.
Awesome movie.
So fucking good. And that tells you how high the top 5. That didn't make my top 5. That tells you something.
Okay.
That's the quality and standards that I'm putting out on this.
Yeah. So it's going to be a pretty anal retentive top 5 list.
Well, there was maybe 2 seconds of thought because it was a very easy list for me. What were some other honorable mentions? Punisher Warzone. That was the one that came out after the Tom Jane movie. When it was right around the time when Ghost Rider, Acts of or Spirits of Vengeance came out and all that.
Yep.
But I don't know if you've seen Warzone. But
it sounds familiar. I know I've seen it. I just don't. I only I know I saw it once.
You had like Newman from Seinfeld playing Microchip.
Yeah.
And Jigsaw was in it. You know, he threw him in the fucking conveyor belt with the bottle crushers, you know, the glass crushing refinery, whatever. And that's how Jigsaw gets created.
Okay.
Ray Stevenson, to me, he defined the look of the Punisher. He looked the role. And I said it when the Netflix series was coming out, and when they debuted the Punisher character in Daredevil, they should have recast him as Punisher. Not to knock John Bernthal, I thought he did a great job, but Ray Stevenson's Punisher, oh my god, it was no, it was a really good fucking movie. Let's see here, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh yeah,
I put that as an honorable mention just because all around great fucking film. Kurt Russell, of course, the standard cast was great. Kurt Russell was fucking awesome in it, and I tell you what, if you don't. Not so much cry, but just get the pressure and the welling up when fucking Michael Rooker does, I may not have given birth to you, but that don't mean I ain't your daddy. I mean, goddamn, that is fucking emotional right there. That's a heartstring tugger right there. Fuck. Spider-Man Homecoming, the latest one. Tom Holland, for me, hands down, best, greatest, fucking, I love him as Spider-Man. He is just, the character's so amazing, and that movie hit every fucking point. And then finally, Deadpool.
Okay.
To me. So right there, that's honorable mention. So that tells you how good this top 5 is.
Okay.
So at number 5, Logan.
Ooh. Okay.
And
excellent movie.
Oh god, yeah. It's one of those ones where I remember when we were first talking about it, you said it could have been because we were in a fucking movie theater filled with idiots, that it may have dampened your initial attitude of it. And I'll admit, after a couple of repeated viewings, my opinion of it has raised quite substantially on it. I think it's a great fucking swan song. God damn it.
Swan song?
Swan song. That's why we talk slowly.
Right.
Because we're not so good with the English.
It's good. The
perfect swan song for Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart. It just hits every beat with, again, that emotional, heart-wrenching ending, which is kind of like a half-assed callback to the Wolverine when the psychic says, "I see you die with your heart in your hands." And initially you thought it was that scene where like the fucking trying to get that thing out of him. But no. It's when he's got his daughter, X-23. That just goddamn tugs on the fucking heartstrings right there. Number 4, Avengers Infinity War.
Okay.
I think for a comic book fan of damn near 40 years, to finally be able to see this huge, massive crossover film and all of the fucking Marvel players all in one fucking deal against finally I think the greatest villain Marvel has put on screen since Loki. Because the villains have always just kind of been, forgettable, and that's why it's okay that they kill them off at the end of every fucking movie.
Right.
But all in all, I mean, just really just fucking great, well-paced. You would think that when you have 65 plus characters in the fucking movie, that someone's going to be left out. And everybody had their moment to shine. Some, maybe not as much as others, like fucking Groot. His only big scene is like he's fucking playing with a video game, and his arm is like the handle for the Warhammer.
Yep. Sorry,
kids, there's going to be fucking spoilers, but you knew that already. The only reason that it's not higher on the list is that because it's a culmination movie. Like, if you jump into the Marvel Cinematic Universe dry, never having watched any of the other films, if you go into this movie, you are going to be fucking lost without a map.
Who the fuck is that guy? How did that guy get here? What the fuck?
What the hell are they doing in space? Who's these guys? What the hell is? Wait a minute now. What the hell? And all that. You would have no fucking clue what the hell was going on.
One of them calls himself Butthole. The other one's name is Joe, I think. I believe they were Oriental.
So it's like you have to watch the other fucking 18 Marvel movies to have that fucking grasp. Okay, it's the only knock I'm gonna have on it. when it comes to this list. But that's why it's down to number 4. Number 3, Captain America: Winter Soldier.
That was a good one.
A lot of people would sit there and say, well, what about Civil War? Good movie, but to me it wasn't a Captain America movie. Captain America was in it, but it was like Avengers 2.5.
It was okay.
Yeah, I like that, Doug, but Winter Soldier, just the pacing, action-packed. It was like 24, except Jack Bauer was Captain America.
Right.
And it was just boom, boom, action all the way through. There was not a fucking dull moment within the entire movie. Back to front, front to back. Love it. Love it. Captain America: Winter Soldier, number 3. Number 2, Superman from 1978.
Ooh.
That movie was my number 1 comic book movie for damn near 30 fucking years. Because when you think about the fact that the movies that we're getting now, comic book-wise, the technology in filmmaking finally caught up to what we demand as fans.
Right.
Spider-Man looks like he's actually climbing up a wall as opposed to somebody fucking pulling him up a rope while he's doing a dance, type of a thing. We're not getting a shitty Captain America with rubber ears. That type of thing. I mean, this, that we're actually getting really good quality movies. Well, in 1978, there was no CGI.
No, it was green screen and rotoscoping type of stuff.
Yeah. I was watching the making of behind-the-scenes featurettes and all that. And when they're on Krypton and they've got those reflective outfits, they were like these crazy 3M reflective style type deals that you couldn't even touch with your bare skin. Because the oil, just even that minute oil from your hand would fuck up the suits.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's how the physical...
Properties?
I was going to say the physical effects in this movie could be done like that now. Just snap of the fingers now.
Oh, yeah.
We'll just push a few buttons on the computer. But to be able to make us believe that Christopher Reeve was actually flying, to actually believe that whole fucking... can you read my mind little romantic sequence when him and Lois Lane are flying across, him and Margot Kidder are flying across Metropolis, which, of course, Metropolis has the Statue of Liberty for some god-awful reason.
Right.
But all in all, it still holds up. And that's the amazing thing, is that the physical effects on it still hold up to this day.
When I was a kid, the thing I always remembered about Superman is the very opening, and then the music comes on.
Yeah.
You hear the doo, 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 doo.
Yeah.
Yep. Still get a little shiver down the back of the spine because you're like, oh, Superman. And,
well, it's
and like the newer movies and stuff, they have like, for me, it's that very first opening with those first few notes, and no other Superman movie has been able to like do that.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Well, and and in movies in general, that's one of my biggest problems with movies, period, today. Where are the memorable themes?
Right.
You kind of get that a little bit with like Captain America and Avengers. With some of the Marvel movies in there, you do get a little bit of that. But by and large, for the most part, there's no memorable themes. And whether or not that's because of John Williams and just how fucking awesome of a composer he is.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you sit there and you look at memorable movie themes, there's only 2 names that are really going to ever fucking pop up continuously. And that's going to be John Williams,
yeah,
where when you're fucking looking at Superman, Jaws, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, I mean, just fucking go down the list. If it's a memorable theme, he fucking did it. And Jerry Goldsmith. The Aliens franchise, Star Trek.
Yep.
Yeah. That's about it. So, across the board, here again, we're fucking talking... That's how great fucking Superman is. We're talking about the music.
Indeed.
And yes, when you're sitting there, and you've watched the movie a fucking million times, and he's that opening scene where the little kid is opening up the comic book page, and it zooms into the Daily Planet, and then it zooms up to the darkened sky, and you're hearing that dun 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 Oh my god! It's Superman. So that, yes. So the first 1978, and I would recommend, if you have the chance, go with like I think it was like the 25th anniversary extended cut, where it's got like all of the fucking deleted scenes as well as the scenes that were added on to round out TV time. Because they would do that a lot in the 70s too. They would actually film scenes to add in for the TV for when they aired on TV, so that way it would fit the 2 or 3 hour time block, which I didn't know until much later. My number one live action comic book superhero movie, The Dark Knight, because it not only fucking like transcends the comic book feel of a superhero film. I mean, it's just a fucking well done movie. A lot of people will downplay it and say that, well, the Joker sits there and talks about chaos and how it's, how you can't do anything with a plan. Well, clearly he had a plan, and that plan depended a lot on fucking coincidence. To which I humbly, with my hat to my chest, both hands clutched, humbly say, what the fuck? It's a goddamn movie. Suspension of disbelief, cocksuckers. Jesus Christ. Enjoy the fucking movie. And I did. It's
a lot of movies rely on coincidence.
And fucking suspension of disbelief.
Yes.
And if that suspension of disbelief rubber band is stretched too far, then yeah, obviously it's gonna fucking snap and you're gone. This one, it holds. It's the only movie that I've actually went to the theater to see 4 times.
Wow.
That's how fucking good I thought this movie was. And I'm not, I don't even have to touch upon the fact that Heath Ledger as the Joker, mind-blowingly amazing. And I'm not just, I'm not the fucking Academy Awards tickling balls because, he fucking died, so we'll give him shit posthumously. No. I went to the fucking thing 4 times. He was still alive at the time. Yes. Yeah. No, yeah. I to me, hands down, bar none, across the board, Dark Knight. So, good sir, before wrapping this guy up, was there any honorable mentions that you had thought about or would want to add to that?
I would have probably tried to throw Blade in there. At least as an honorable mention.
I could, yeah. I mean, I can go with that because
your top 5 movie list was, yeah, that's great. I mean, all really great movies. I couldn't agree more. So.
Right.
I would give an honorable.
I can agree with that because if it wasn't for Blade, we wouldn't have the movies that we're having now.
Okay.
Because when you look at the time frame, Blade came out a year after Batman and Robin. When Batman and Robin came out, it pretty much says, okay, what the fuck? Who wants to go see this shit?
Yeah,
this is what comic book movies are? What the fuck?
Yeah, and then Blade come along and like, here's a comic book movie that's different.
Well, and that's the thing. It wasn't until, obviously, if you're...
A lot of people didn't know it was a comic book movie.
If you're a casual fan,
yeah,
you would never have fucking known.
Yeah, exactly.
Because even the casual fan doesn't fucking pay attention to the opening credits.
Well, when I first saw Blade, I didn't know it was based off a comic. I learned after I'd seen the movie.
I'd say it's probably from either me or Seward, one of the two.
I think it was Seward, yeah. Yeah. Because I mentioned, I saw that movie Blade. It was pretty good. Then he's like, oh, yeah, it's based on this comic. Then I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That type of deal.
And like I say, it's one of those deals where, oh, shit, we can actually have... And I don't remember, was Blade R or was it PG-13?
I don't remember.
I'll have to look. Well, it doesn't really matter, but it was one of those deals where, yeah, we can actually have a fucking dark, serious comic book movie and make a fucking shit ton of money on it.
Mm-hmm.
Which then, of course, opened the door because I think, like, a year after, pretty damn close afterwards, that's when we got X-Men, So, it was that Blade opened up the door. So yeah,
1998.
yeah. Let's say if it was R, PG-13.
I am R.
It was rated R.
Yep. R.
See, look at that, kids. Rated R superhero comic book movie before Deadpool,
Before.
and it brought it back home to all of us. So thank you, Blade.
It literally rained blood.
Yeah, with Tracy
Yeah.
Lords.
I still do like the opening scene of the Blade with the blood rave thing, and yeah.
You know what's funny is when you haven't seen a movie in a while, and you go back and you watch it, and you fucking see actors and shit that you're watching today from 20 years prior, and you're like, oh my fucking god! Because I don't think have you ever watched Gotham?
No, pretty sure I haven't. Is that like one of those Netflix series?
No, it's on Fox. But it is
It's
on.
like I've heard about it. It's like Bruce Wayne and all the people, but they're kids and younger.
Well, yeah, it's like basically Batman is like a teenager.
Yeah.
And Catwoman's a teenager. It's like Batman before Batman. But as they get into this final season, they're saying we're actually going to get Batman this time around. He'll actually be in this final season. But I fucking love the show. And I think his name is Donnell Hogue, I think is the actor's name. He's the guy that plays Harvey Bullock. Well, he also plays fucking Deacon Frost's assistant.
Oh.
The one that continuously gets fucked up and burned and all that. And I'm sitting here watching, I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, the assistant dude, the one that's getting a fucking blowjob on the couch there? My God, that's fucking Harvey Bullock. And he's all like young and thin. So Gotham all of a sudden becomes really fucking creepy for me, picturing Harvey Bullock backed on a fucking Burka lounger getting vampire head.
Right on.
And that's how you end a segment right there, kids. We will be
Vampire head.
Vampire head to an aged Harvey Bullock. All right, we will go ahead and take our first break. We will come back with a little bit of Reddit fun and one hot take.
Hot take.
Because because you've already seen the title of the show and the point of the show, where we're going to be doing our Last Jedi review redux.
The last Jedi review redux.
Were we wrong? We'll find out. Stick around, kids.
Have you checked out QuadMProductions.com lately? QuadMProductions.com is your direct access hookup to order the Enigma comic book series and download the Quad M Show podcast. Check the appearances page for upcoming events and contact us with any questions or comments. Don't be the only lonely soul who's missing out on all the fun. Visit us today at QuadMProductions.com. That's QuadMProductions.com. You're listening to the Quad M Show, Segment 2.
Welcome back to the second segment of this here Quad M Show. Again, we are your hosts. I'm TJ.
And Jason.
Welcome back to the show.
And this segment, as always, is sponsored in part by Mirror Salon and Spa. Now, I know you folks are seeing those pics online, and you're saying to yourselves, damn, how does TJ get that awesome hair? Well, I will tell you, kids, genetics, very small part. Big credit, however, goes to Shauna and all the fine folks over there at Mirror. Now, if you're in the Helena area, make your reservations today to get your hair, nail, or spa needs met. Walk-ins are always welcome. You go in there, you tell them the Quad M Show sent you, you get $5 off any service they provide. So what are you waiting for? Get on over there. What are you waiting for? Get on over there. Get it taken care of today. Mirror Salon Spa. Give them a call, 406-603-0644, or stop on in at 2043 North Last Chance Gulch in Helena. That is Mirror Salon and Spa. Oh, boy. One of these days I'll master the English language.
Whatever.
And then... and then I get shown videos on fucking if everything was pronounced phonetically. Fuck me all up.
But the scary thing is you were understanding it still at the end.
Oh, sure.
Because the way they worked it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was different. It and like I said, it ended up sounding like what'd I say?
Well, I said
Middle Earth and Jamaican.
Yeah, Rastafarian elves.
Yeah, Rasta elves.
Yeah, well,
What are you doing to the tune, man?
I was waiting for it to get full Canadian on me, but no, it didn't go full Canadian. It went full gibberish. But you know what oftentimes goes full Canadian and full gibberish?
Fred G. Sanford.
The Fred G. Sanford Award for Excellence in
With
Stupidity.
that segue, please tell me we have a stupid Canadian.
Morons.
You're a moron.
Idiots.
Idiot.
Dullards.
You're always this stupid. Did you take lessons?
The FGS Award for Excellence in Stupidity.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, see, that was a perfectly shitty segue.
I know.
Congratulations.
Thank you, because I'm good like that. No, good sir. This time around, this is one where you're probably going to think that my award, the award for this, you're probably going to think the award for this is going to go one way, but I'm going to pull a swerve on you.
Okay.
Story goes as such. An Oklahoma mother and her daughter bore witness to a miniature pony allegedly being sexually violated by a naked man.
Okay. I'm not surprised. I don't know what you're expecting, what my reaction to be is.
It's the swerve that I'm going to give. That's...
You're talking about Fred G. Sanford and some guy's fucking a horse. I'm like, and?
Well, we haven't had a good bestiality story in quite some time. So authorities allege that Tyler Schlosser, age 29, was 40 minutes from his prior Oklahoma home, somewhere around the time of 8:45 a.m. on Wednesday, and on the clock for a local utility company, when he pulled his company truck over at the intersection of whatever fucking roads they want to do there, in the town of Enola. There, in the horse pen off the road, the parent and her child started videotaping the utility worker allegedly standing behind the pony full nude and engaging in what looked like he was having sex with the animal, according to a Rogers County Sheriff's Office affidavit. When they began to record him with the cell phone, Schlosser stopped what he was doing and started walking towards them. When deputies arrived, the daughter supplied them with the recorded video.
I'm waiting for the twist. I think I might know what it is.
Okay.
I think I might know what it is.
The married utility worker was taken into custody and charged with bestiality and indecent exposure, according to the affidavit. Schlosser's step-grandfather, James Hester, said that the young man has no memory of what happened, and he suspects that he was drugged. Well, the only thing we can figure is someone had drugged him, he said, before allegedly being caught in the buff with the pony.
Excuse me, pony fucker. Do you need assistance? Do you need assistance?
Sir, step away from the pony.
Pony fucker. Oh, no.
Hester said that Schlosser bought a soda and became ill instantly after a few sips. I think somebody put something in the bottle of pop he had. Grandpa said he got sick after he bought that pop and he just lost it. Rogers County Sheriff Scott Walton confirmed that. I thought you were squeezing the pen. I thought you were giggling for a second.
Nope,
there.
not yet.
Rogers County Sheriff Scott Walton confirmed that Schlosser exhibited strange behavior that suggested he was heavily intoxicated. By all appearances, the guy was really under the influence of something, Walton said. When he saw the mother and her daughter, he walked towards them and calling on them, and then he ran away from them. When he was experiencing in his mind, I have no idea. The sheriff then said that he is not ruling out the possibility that Schlosser's soda could have been spiked. If there was something put into the beverage for whatever reason, we're certainly going to listen. Meanwhile, lab tests are being run to determine if any drugs or other substances were in Schlosser's system. The sheriff added, "We're working with his defense attorney on a blood drawing to figure it out." The step-grandfather said Schlosser is back at home recovering. I spoke to him and he doesn't know... Oh, I'm sorry, I have to speak proper Oklahoman here. I spoke to him and he don't know nothing about anything about what happened, Hester said. He's feeling better now. He's come around. Schlosser stressed... Or Hester, grandpa... stressed that Schlosser... This is like fucking reading a goddamn tongue twister with these names, dude.
I'm trying not to laugh at your spelling because
I'm having to talk slow, so I'm not doing song schwan shit again. Hester stressed that Schlosser is a hardworking husband who is faithful to his wife and his religion. Wednesday's episode was just some unexplainable aberration in his character. Tyler's not that kind of guy, Hester said. He's a good Christian boy, and he's not the kind of person who would do something like that. Walton said that he is trying, Walton being the sheriff, said that he is trying to lend support to make sense of this incident. Since the news of the alleged encounter hit, the sheriff has begun fielding calls from many coming forward to vouch for Schlosser's good character. Walton said he is a well-respected man. And the lawmen admitted many have also been cracking wise over the incident. A lot of people been finding humor in it, but when we look at it, we see how many lives are being affected by this. The family members of the man we arrested and the others who witnessed it. He also said that the incident could leave an indelible mark on Schlosser's life. Think about his life and his family's life 10 years from now, 20 years from now. That's the scar and the label you'll be carrying away from it. Walton vowed to be sure to rule out if Schlosser's sobriety was compromised in any way. If it turns out to be that someone did this to him, then we have another crime to go after. Boom. So with that being said,
right,
and all of the things that have been said accordingly, and all the people calling in to verify his character... Now, if indeed he is a pony fucker and just went batshit crazy, well, then obviously by default he wins the award. However, I've been around and I know some sketchy motherfuckers. In particular, during my time working in fucking on the road doing the abatement shit.
Okay.
There are some people I wouldn't put past fucking with somebody else's drink and or food.
So this guy hasn't officially won, or are we waiting on lab results?
We're waiting on lab results.
Okay.
So my award on this is going to potentially the fuckers that drugged his soda pop.
Or the horse, or the pony fucker.
Or the horse. The pony was... Did you see how that pony was dressed? That pony was just asking for it. No, I strongly do believe in innocent until proven guilty, because you know how much our media just loves to fucking play the guilty until proven innocent game.
Indeed.
The way they spin shit.
No.
Oh heavens. And much like the officer says, it's like the old joke, you build a bridge, I built a bridge, they call me the bridge builder? No. I built that fence, they call me the fence builder? No. But goddamn it, you fuck one goat.
So good.
So in my view, and perhaps maybe you might think differently on this, I am giving the award to the fuckers that drugged his pop. Not only have you fucking, ruined this guy's reputation by default, you've probably cost him his fucking marriage. And then the poor little girl who videotaped the fucking thing on her cell phone. You have scarred her for life, this poor innocent little child. Step away from the phone.
I guess we're waiting on lab results.
But no, that was my swerve, that I wasn't actually going to give it to the horse fucker, but the ones that drugged the horse fucker.
See, that's not the swerve I thought it was going to be taken.
Okay, what was the swerve you were looking for? The pony, because she had it coming.
I thought it was going to turn out to be one of these weird places where horse fucking is legal.
Oh, yeah, no. God, I can't even remember what show we rattled that off of.
Right?
Because we had the list of 13 states where it's fucking legal. Oklahoma's not one of them. All right, so to you, the bastards that drugged the poor guy's soda pop. Congratulations, you're the winners, tentatively, of the Fred G. Sanford Award for Excellence and Stupidity.
You dummy!
You nailed that word.
Yeah, I did.
Fucking A.
God damn. I think this will probably be one of the rare FGS awards where I will do a follow-up. I'll keep an eye on this just to see. So we can do a little bit of corrections and retractions if need be. Just to make sure. Because I'm that kind of guy. Let's get into some hot takes.
News and notes from all four corners of the pop culture world.
And the sign gotta stay hot! You gotta stay hot! You gotta stay hot!
It's time for some hot takes.
Okay.
Or actually, more to the point, our hot take.
Hot take.
Hot take in the
Okay.
singular. So, little bit of hindsight and history on this. A week or two ago, I had stated that for my pick of the week was the YouTube channel of Toy Galaxy.
Right.
And going back and watching one of the videos, old Dan Larson there had brought up some interesting points in his review of The Last Jedi.
Correct.
Now, I know if I think back on it, you weren't back fully on the show when I did the Last Jedi review. And boy, I had Derek on the show. And we talked about it, and boy, you want to talk about two guys that were just shitting on that movie. My favorite sound bites, and I would have actually pulled it, but holy fuck, he went off about that fucking chick's nose.
Okay.
Just priceless. Watching him, listening to him lose his shit about the size of the fucking beak on her was amazing. But all in all, and if I look back on my review on it, I think I gave it like a 3 out of 5. Not only just on the show, but also because I would do the Facebook posts with the Quad M Knee Jerk movie review. I think I gave it like a 3.5, which means, it was good, but not bad. And I think my big thing on it was it had good scenes, but it didn't feel like a good movie to me. And based on future or further reviews from other sources and other scuttlebutt with the trolls online, I was being, nice. I was being way fucking nicer than some people.
Right.
And even post-movie, you and I both have continuously shit on The Last Jedi continuously since then. But
Right.
after watching this Dan Larson video...
Right. He had he shed a more positive light on the movie, and it kind of, I think we both had the same feeling of maybe we should check it out again.
Yeah, should we watch it with fresher eyes, and get rid of our Star Wars fanboy baggage,
Indeed.
and look at it and see if we can appreciate it for the movie it is, as opposed to the movie that we had our expectations on. So the other night, we went ahead, we sat down here at the Quad M World headquarters, we hunkered down, and watched us some Last Jedi. Now, as we were watching it, I took myself copious notes, and I think you were amazed at me. I think you were amazed at how many notes I was taking down by this guy. So I will let you kind of go first with initial reactions.
So I think that was the third time I had rewatched The Last Jedi.
Okay.
Okay. Well, how many times was that, your first or second?
Yeah, like that.
Or?
Oh, okay, rewatch. Okay,
Rewatch.
yeah. It'd be the first time I have seen it since the movie theater.
Since the theater.
And I
Okay.
saw it twice in the theater, yes.
Okay. So it's your third time as well.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, the first time it was a fucking chore, dude. I wasn't impressed with it at all.
In the theater?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know. I just, like I said, it was like to me, it was too long of a movie.
Mm-hmm.
There was a bit they could have left out.
Oh, yeah. And we all know what that bit is.
And And then, like, rewatching it the other day, I was just sitting there thinking, like, well, still remembering, like, the bad stuff, like, the length of the movie, and that was, like, one of my biggest complaints, or my biggest thing I remember bad about it. Was too long for a fucking movie. I don't know. It was too long for me for a stupid fucking movie. And but after the third rewatch, it's more, it's like peeling the Band-Aid off, and then you can just is it not so bad afterwards?
Okay. So, right.
Like the third rewatch, I started to I picked up on some more details that I didn't pick up on. One of the ones was Kylo Ren gives an order, keep firing or something like that. And his subordinate over his shoulder, yells out the same command.
Old Hux, yeah.
And then Kylo Ren just kind of glares over his shoulder. And it was only a 2-second scene. But that right there had a little bit of Spaceballs feel to me. But now for the overall, after the third time, what I'm understanding is, and the way I see it is, this is the passing of the torch Star Wars movie. It's the last leg in this relay, and they're passing the baton on to the next crew.
Okay. Right.
So we've got to basically get rid of the old characters and introduce a shit ton of, relatively speaking, a shit ton of new characters.
Right.
Okay. Much like you're saying about Marvel Infinity War. You probably couldn't go to this movie and then know what's going on.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So, what new character we had? We had Rose and all the other, and
new characters.
The new characters, Finn and stuff. So we had and Rey. We had got to get the pass the torch onto these guys, and then there's always other characters that come along. You know what I'm saying? So
right. Well, and then they kind of were doing that with Force Awakens.
Yeah, a little bit,
but yeah.
And then, so that added to the length of the movie.
Mm-hmm. And
I don't know. They could have maybe cut out a little bit of some character introductions. I don't know. I think I said before, I bet you somebody is going to do a fan edit of this movie type of deal and cut out some of the crap. And they're going to put it on YouTube, and it'll be there for a couple days, and I'll watch it.
The fan edit would basically just be the opening fucking 5 minutes with the whole fight thing, and then it would go straight to the fucking end right before the fucking, right when they're sending the transports off and all that type of shit. It would be a 10-minute a 10-minute movie. That would be that. Then it would cut to the transports, and then it would cut right to the fucking end when they're like, "What are we gonna do? We're gonna move on. This is all we need for the Alliance." It'd be a 10-minute movie. It'd be those three cutting all together.
True. So then there's a couple bad things that stuck with me that I couldn't overlook.
Okay.
We'll start with the lesser of the two evils.
Okay.
The fight scene with Kylo and Rey after they'd killed Snoke and they were fighting the guards.
Okay, the lightsaber duel in the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Worst lightsaber scene ever in any Star Wars movie. Oh my... I mean, even the ones in Star Wars A New Hope.
I was going to say, even worse than Obi-Wan and Darth? Really?
Yeah,
you think?
Yeah. Oh, dude. I mean... After the third time seeing it, I was able to watch it,
Right.
And yeah, it was. You could tell that whatever their names are, the actors weren't.
Their skills weren't up to snuff.
It was fight acting that they were doing.
Yes, very much so. Yes.
And that was that stood out to me. That fight scene as one of the worst in Star Wars history. Oh my god, dude. That was a horrible fight scene. Horrible.
And that's the lesser of two evils? So what's the greater of two evils?
The very end, when Purple Hairface turns the ship around and does the hyperdrive slam into Snoke's ship.
Okay.
Complete, utter fucking bullshit. That's going to completely ruin Star Wars.
Really? Okay. I'm
That mean-
fascinated now. Okay.
Okay, that means that any fucking Joe Blow with a hyperdrive and a brick can take down a goddamn Death Star, dude. Okay? X-Wings have a hyperdrive. Even
Yeah,
a
but-
fucking X-Wing has a hyperdrive. Fucking...
Well, that's the difference between a
Okay.
sacrifice to buy some time
That-
versus, that you're not going to fucking have kamikaze pilots in the Alliance. I mean, there's only 10 of them now, so they're
Really? They can't put a computer to do that? Okay.
well, you were bitching about them using paper, for God's sakes.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The only time you see paper in Star Wars is when they fucking need to dump a trash bin over the heart. That was funny. That was Spaceballish too, right there. But no, seriously, it literally means any fucking Joe Blow with a hyperdrive and a brick can take down a Death Star. It's fucking physics, buddy. Okay.
Okay.
And like I said, even X-Wings have a fucking hyperdrive. Okay. Fucking stick stuff a boop bop beep bop in there on kamikaze mode and fucking send it through. Okay. It completely ruins it. Now, any space battle is over. Just and that's it.
Well, I don't think they will ever use that as a plot device. Even though, I mean, like honestly, the next Star Wars movie, are you actually going to sit there and wait for that moment to hit again? Because I think it was a one and done deal. They're not gonna even do that type of shit no more. No. Because like you said, it's a movie. It's a movie breaker.
It planted the seed, and it fucking irritates the fuck out of me. Because it's literally okay. You thought the Death Star was powerful. I mean, like I said, a fucking brick and a hyperdrive. Bam, gone. Okay.
So, do we have any positive things? Do you have anything positive to expand upon?
Glad Chewie's not dead.
Yeah, we got Chewie.
Right. And like I was saying, after we got done watching it, that I was telling you about that conspiracy. It's confirmed. even more now that R2-D2, Chewbacca, and so on are the actual ringleaders of the whole Star Wars universe.
Yep.
And that fucking end of the movie, you had which ones did you have left? You had the fucking Millennium Falcon that had the droid uploaded onto it. Bam. Okay.
Yep. Thanks to Solo. Yep.
Okay. Chewbacca, fucking R2, 3PO.
The bastards.
Right.
I can't remember specifically which episode it is, but yeah, we have a whole thing about that conspiracy
Yeah.
on one of the old episodes. So feel free if you want, cycle through and go back. So after the re-watching.
Yes, I know you've got some long notes. So.
Well, no. I mean, first, I mean, do you have any other points you want to expand upon, or?
If you didn't know that Luke Skywalker was a Force projection at the end of the movie, you're dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even from the outset, you kind of knew there was some shady shit going on. but at least they did that well in the fact that you noticed
Now-
they never touched. There was no physicality up until the run through with the sword,
Right.
Or when he does the running slash through the stomach.
Well, other than the all the AT-ATs firing all their guns at him for several seconds.
Well, that has already kind of been done in other mediums, like comics. Like Darth Vader was taking on a couple of them, and basically that's just like the old bolt deflection that he did with Han Solo's gun in
Right,
Empire.
yeah.
Same concept. He just
Coulda,
magically deflected
you're
the
right.
bolts. So
that could have been an option.
yeah, that was something that had already kind of been touched on.
Now that reminds. Before we start your list, one positive thing I will say is that the end scene on the planet with the big giant door in the bunker and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
That whole battle scene and that part right there, I thought that was top notch good. I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of the movie is that part there.
And I think that's kind of where, I mean, part of that, like when you say that the movie was too long, I think the throne room battle was a false finish okay, every Star Wars movie has to have a lightsaber duel. I get it. But it felt like a false finish. Like that's kind of where things should have trailed off. But it trailed off and then went into the battle of Crate or Cart or whatever the planet's name was.
Right.
So yeah, I mean that's kind of where I think storytelling wise in either Rian Johnson's writing, Rian Johnson's directing, or the overall editing feel, that could have been shifted around a little bit.
That's kind of what I was saying about a lot of characters. So you had a lot of like other story going on. That's what I was talking about. Well, that's one of the meanings I had with that as well.
Yeah. Well, again, take a page from Avengers Infinity War. That's a movie where you have a bazillion fucking characters and the stories mesh perfectly to give us a super long movie that you don't even realize is super long until you're like, oh my God, it's already fuck o'clock? Holy Jesus Christ. Now there's a couple things that we will just have to agree to disagree upon.
Of course.
When we say this. But
okay.
I'll start with the cons because it's low-hanging fruit. It's the same shit that everyone's kind of bitched about with some added things that I kind of noticed along the way.
Okay.
Clearly, I mean, the big one for me still holds true since the first viewing to now. The whole goddamn fucking Casino Royale planet bullshit.
Right.
That should have been fucking scrapped or completely redone. You could have done that entire story or that entire story segment in less than 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops, and not been all fucking preachy about the fucking green and save the planet.
Because that whole little side segment there, it was about the developing the relationship of Poe and fucking
Finn. Or are you talking Finn and Rose?
Finn and Rose.
Okay.
Yeah. And I agree, dude. And here's what I got to say. They shouldn't have done that. They should have just, like, gone on a secret infiltration to fucking unlock the thing. Whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Rather than the whole casino mission. And that would have been shorter, and we still would have got the little bit of, like, character development of Finn and Rose.
Yes. And with that being said, another big fucking problem I had was the lead up to that. Going back to what I was talking about with Dark Knight, in that there is a lot of fucking coincidences for fucking Joker's plan to come through. I can suspend my belief there.
Right.
Okay? In this, we're going to call that fucking Maz Kanast or whatever the fuck her name is. Oh, no, I can't, but I know a guy, and he's going to be wearing this, and he's going to be at this casino, and he's going to be at this table, and I know exactly where he's going to be. How the fuck were you going to know where he's going to be when you're sitting there having some kind of laser fucking duel bullshit?
Right.
I found that was way too contrived of a setup for something that, honestly, we didn't even need to have. It should... that to me, the level of convenience in the storytelling, just still, like I said, that's like a half hour of story from setup to fulfillment and conclusion. Could have been fucking gone right out the window here. I don't know why I put it in there, but you made the comment, so I put in then about Star Wars being like fucking all fat shaming and just killing all the fatties off. Nobody fat survives Star Wars. I don't know why I felt I had to put that in there, but I did. But here again, a lot of like the fucking...
Not only am I being recorded, I'm being transcribed. Another thing that I had an issue with was some of the silly joke pandering. And that wasn't something that you ever really had in Star Wars. The humor that was there was always natural. It came from the personality of the characters. But instead, we get fucking Finn Pratt falling out of the fucking Bacta tank. You got fucking Rey destroying all of the fucking caretakers shit. The caretakers getting pissed and yelling at him. To me, it was that same level of pandering that Lucas was doing in the prequels. Shit that was supposed to be funny, and the kids will think it's hilarious. Yeah. It doesn't work for me. Again, that might be like little nitpicky shit, but if I'm going to go full critique, I'm going to go full on. I'm all in, baby. Right.
When at any point in time was there ever a concern for fuel in the Star Wars universe?
Right. Until this movie.
Once again, contrived plot devices. I guess we can put that all into that all-encompassing thing there. Never once did we ever have to worry. Luke Skywalker never fucking worried about going from Hoth to Dagobah to Bespin in his little fucking X-Wing. I'm going to run out of fuel here. Never had to
Precisely.
fucking worry about.
Right.
We never, the whole fucking, I'm going to meet up with the fleet later. Okay, the fleet's there. We've never had to worry about the fleet stopping for gas. And if they were going to be like having this major evacuation from the rebel base or the resistance base or whatever they're fucking calling it, don't you think they would have fueled up beforehand?
Right.
I understand we needed to have some kind of a plot device to give us that sense of urgency.
Right.
But no, I thought, the whole week, tracking them, the whole tracking them thing, I could buy into. I can go ahead and I can give up that. Okay, technology's advanced. They can track with the lead ship. I could get that. And okay, so the ship and the ships are fast enough to stay out of range of the guns. Continue with that. That's fine. But don't throw in the fuel thing. That is just, it was stupid.
And
there was no need for it.
All the Empire had to do was maybe just speed up. I think the Empire had enough gas.
I think the Empire was just fine with their gas.
Right? They could have just fucking kicked in the hyperdrive and went around them and headed them off at the pass. Their fucking secret rebel base was a moon, like, out the other window from the battle. And how is that a fucking secret? Look, it's over there.
Look at where all they fucking went to. Again, little nitpicky shit. I wasn't too happy with whole fucking Carrie Poppins. That's what I think I kind of stole that from Honest Trailers. But, when she gets fucking flown out the window and she, uses the Force to get back in there and she kind of looked like Mary Poppins coming back into the ship.
A little bit, yeah.
That they should have just fucking ended Leia there. Honestly. I get it. You got to keep her around, but in hindsight, you kind of backed the wrong pony there, guys. Sorry. Don't want to. I'm not disrespecting the dead. I'm just saying, yeah, kind of. They continue to make Finn a bitch with his whole fucking I'm gonna desert and I've got to leave the ship. This time using the excuse of saving my friend Rey, but continuously making him a fucking deserter. All that type of shit. And by that same token, the other fucking problem I had, if you were going to develop that character to make him brave and, okay, I'm going to make this sacrifice, Finn should have died.
I can understand why Finn behaved like he did. Because he was an old stormtrooper and he wanted to get the fuck away from all of that. All of that. Okay? He didn't get away from shit. He put on a different jacket. Okay? And
which by all accounts means even as he wouldn't be able to aim a gun worth of shit. So how good is he in a fight?
So Finn, he wanted to get the fuck. That was perfectly clear. He made that clear as a bell. Okay? And if you're condoning Finn for behaving that way, I'm calling bullshit because that's exactly what he was trying to do.
Okay. All right. But tell me I'm wrong in that he should. If we wanted to really make him a powerful character, they should have made him a martyr. He should
have died in a beam.
Running that ship into the fucking Death Star cannon, which I will go into that. There should have been that sacrifice. It would have made him that much more powerful of a character. I think it would have been better as a martyr. Instead, we get but that's just it. We're fighting for the ones we love, not fighting to lose the dead people.
Yeah, at least it's not Jar Jar.
I think Rose is the Jar Jar of this new. I feel bad for the actress. You heard about all the shit that went down with her post Jedi.
People trying to shake.
Oh, dude, yeah, she was fucking brutalized online. She cut everything off. They were fucking flaming her on, her own personal fucking Twitter and Instagram accounts and shit. Yeah, it's a matter of she's a fucking actress. She's doing a job, for God's sakes.
Right.
Fucking people take shit way too fucking serious, As I sit here and continue to bitch about Star Wars movies.
Well, I thought she did. I didn't have any complaints about her and the character. That's, I guess, one of the few ones I don't fucking talk shit about is the character of Rose.
See, I didn't like her, and I think because of her character in, when they were on the fucking casino planet. I just want to take my fist and destroy this entire beautiful city. Look at the horses. They're whipping the horses, and this is just, look at all this money and filth and anger, blah, 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 blah. Again, fucking the political agenda that was being set forth there was so ham-fisted, it made me not like her as a character.
Yeah, I can understand that. And the way I kind of took note of that part too. The way I kind of understood that part is this is how they're telling the story of how they're like breaking Finn.
Breaking Finn,
right? Pulling back the veil, the smoke and the mirrors, right? She even gives him the binoculars to see that they're whipping the horses and, or whatever those things were.
Yeah, the fucking, I can't remember what the hell Benicio del Toro's character's name was. Maybe that's another problem I have with the fucking new movies. Is like, it took me forever to remember Finn and Rey. Usually
too many characters.
Well, I mean, but they're just not memorable. They're not sticking with me
because there's too many characters they're putting in there, and they're not. They're not given enough time to fucking
grow on us. Yeah, but I mean, come on, fucking. We all know Lobot. That was Lando's assistant.
Right.
He had a shit ton of character development in Empire Strikes Back, didn't he? We all remember Greedo.
Right.
That's what all I'm saying is there's just nothing that's really sticking like those old characters.
Yeah.
Maybe it's youth and nostalgia that keeps that type of shit going. I don't know. But anyways, the speech impediment on Del Toro's character, it kind of drove me up a wall. But I would say
me of Johnny Knoxville after getting hit in the head with a bowling ball or something.
But I would say the biggest complaint, aside from the casino scene, the biggest complaint that I have about this movie, and it took a third rewatching to really pick this up, but you remember how when Force Awakens came out, everybody was bitching about how point for point it was A New Hope. Like, point for fucking point. New Hope. Last Jedi, point for point. Empire Strikes Back.
Duh.
I didn't catch it the first time.
Yeah?
I finally... Because I was so busy shitting on everything else that, that we got to sit back down. There's another log needing to come out here. I found another log.
Post-credit scene? God damn it. Longest post-credit scene ever.
But it took me a while to catch the fucking beats.
Okay.
Because there were some you could say that there was Return of the Jedi beats thrown in there as well, like the throne room interaction with Snoke, and all that type of stuff. Okay, fine. But Empire Strikes Back wise, you've obviously got the hidden sequestered away Jedi Knight,
right?
Looking reluctantly training the newbie. Okay, that's the big one.
Oh yeah.
You've got the rebels having to evacuate their base because the Empire's found them. Right off the bat, same kind of beat there. You have the one that really fucking snuck up on me on this. Benicio del Toro's character starts off as a friend and an ally, then he's a treacherous motherfucker. And he turns traitor.
Calrissian.
And he turns traitor on him. Like Lando did in Empire.
Oh, whoa. Okay. All right.
You missed that one too, didn't you?
Whoa. Okay. He just wasn't so smooth and suave about it.
He wasn't all fucking Colt 45 working every time on
He's
this
like,
one.
hey, I fucked you.
He's like, hey, money. Yeah, something like that.
Okay, continue.
Oh, what was the other beats that I had in there as well? Oh, join me.
Fuck.
Kylo Ren to Rey, no different than Darth Vader to Luke. Join me.
Fucking right, dude.
Yeah.
God, I wonder what happens if you played these movies side by
Do the old Wizard of Oz Dark Side of the Moon deal.
Right. Well, no, it's like seriously, wouldn't it be freaky if like when fucking the Emperor's body like falls through the big hole in the thing is the same moment when Snoke's body falls off the chair into the little chair pit.
It's all time coded. I know what happened in Return of the Jedi, but
that would be funny.
But
Holy cow.
so you didn't catch that either, then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So those are like the big four.
And those are like in the face ones too. Fuck.
Well, dude, like I said, I didn't catch it until the third viewing where I'm really watching with that critiquing eye. And it was when at that opening scene when they're fucking leaving, evacuating the planet. I'm like, fuck, they did the same thing in Empire. And then I thought before we got to it, I'm like, wait a second.
Holy shit, they thought
Skywalker's Yoda.
They did it again. Those motherfuckers.
The son of a bitch. They were sneaky about it this time, but they fucking did it again.
They fooled us by putting Yoda in there.
And Yoda takes the place of Obi-Wan. Because here again, Obi-Wan's the one saying, we should give him a chance. You should, do all this. Maybe give him the chance. And here's fucking Yoda saying, "Oh, Rey is our last hope. Oh, entertaining reading were they?" And all that shit. So the roles are kind of reversed there. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's not as blatant. Like Starkiller Base was the Death Star, blatant, but subtly and sneaky. It was. The beats were there, Empire and Last Jedi.
Huh.
But I'll give credit where it's due. At least it was sneaky, and it took the third time fucking watching it before I saw it.
Fucking sneaky bastard. God damn it, dude. Now, whenever the third one comes out,
and then
keeping an eye out for that motherfucker.
Well, see here again. I think they fucking used it up because the Porgs took the place of the Ewoks,
right?
Except for they weren't fucking killing anybody; they were just annoying little creatures. Chewie should have fucking eaten the Porg.
He should have.
He should have eaten the fucking Porg. There's another one. Should have eaten the fucking Porg. But the Ewoks, Porg coalition there, the throne room scene. So Return of the Jedi. Come on, I mean, there's beat for beat. You just can't come up with something fucking original. Come up with something original off of the beaten path.
Huh.
That's all I'm asking on this one.
Well.
and even then, think about it. The end of Empire. He's back with the fleet, fucking rehabbing, licking his wounds, everyone, and they're off to their next fucking tomorrow. And how did Last Jedi end?
Yeah.
They're all on one ship. They're all on the Millennium Falcon, but it's the rebels going off to lick their wounds. To fight, another day and build up. This is all we need. This is all we need to fight the Empire. Okay. And try to make the strong comeback. Yeah.
Damn, those fucking bastards.
I'm surprised.
Fuckers.
I'm surprised that I have blown your mind like this.
Motherfuckers.
You sneaky bastards.
Yep, sneaky bastards. Good one, I guess. I mean, well.
Now, there were good parts to the movie.
Yes.
I thought much like you were saying, the interaction between, I can say Hux and characters, like when Snoke chews him out in front of everybody on the fucking deck. Force drags him across, and he's like, "Oh, you little fucker! I can't. Your failure sucks." But General Hux and his interaction with Snoke, General Hux and his interaction with Poe, with the whole holding for General Hux type deal, which if we want to bitch about that, how do they use phones where you're being put on hold?
That's part of the suspension of disbelief, buddy. Okay.
Paper and phones and fuel. Come on, man. This is Star Wars, not The Office.
Right. See, I still stand by. The only time you see paper in Star Wars is when they needed to dump over that trash can to hide BB-8. I bet you $1, dude.
Now I'm going to have to go back and look through Star Wars movies with a fine-tooth comb. Because, like I said, I pointed out Jedi texts. They wouldn't have Jedi texts if it wasn't for,
Right.
Because even the fucking, if you look back at, episode 2? The fucking Jedi library was all USB drives, I think. Back then, I don't know. Now I got to go through with a fine-tooth comb. But here again, like I said, also Hux's interaction with Kylo Ren with some good moments there, with the whole, the Grand Leader is dead. Fucking choke him. The Grand Leader is dead. Long live the Grand Leader. I thought that was, and of course the interaction on the fucking walker when he finally just fucking does the invisible Hulk punch Thor through the fucking side of the deal. That type of thing. Mm-hmm. Loved the interaction there. And by that, I liked the fact that not only do we have new ships that are cool, like, you always had the Star Destroyer, and then you had a Super Star Destroyer. Fuck that. Now we've got the Dreadnought. This big, huge fucking hulk of a beast of a fucking warship. Yep. Looked pretty goddamn cool. I didn't get to see the movie in 3D. I'm sure it looked even more impressive because I know Force Awakens, goddamn fucking... I actually reared back a couple times when the Star Destroyers were coming at me. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're going to poke an eye out. That would have been cool to see in 3D. But the Dreadnought is fucking cool. But also, too, like how you were saying that, there's too many new characters. Yes, there is. I mean, we got to introduce new characters. But I like the fact that we are getting secondary villains, secondary evil characters. What is Megatron without Starscream and Soundwave?
Right.
What is Cobra Commander without Destro and the Baroness and Major Blood? Who did Darth Vader have? Nobody. It was just Vader. And even he was a lackey to the Emperor.
Right.
The next coolest fucking character you got is Boba Fett, and he's a fucking he's a bounty hunter for hire.
Right.
So, but to have characters like Hux, like Phasma, those underlings that you can kind of build the interaction with, I like that.
Right.
I like that you've got something more than just pouty-faced, I'm assuming under the mask, pouty-faced Darth Vader. You've actually got some interaction with, like, the bumbling, God, I just want to fucking choke you. I want to force choke you, Hux, and fucking sadistic Phasma, who continues. This is a trope I would love to see continue. She seemingly dies at the end of every movie, but she'll come back in the next one. And be like, how the fuck did you survive this one? It doesn't matter. And just pawn it off as like, fuck, it doesn't matter. Like Phasma's a clone. They reinstituted the clone program or some shit. I don't know, but I want to see them all come back. I like that we've got secondary villains now. I'm cool with that. Let's see here.
More tits for the... More tits on the cow for Disney to milk.
Exactly. Phasma's a new Disney princess. Yay. Now a couple things like I've always I have gone on record many times saying Rey is a forgettable character. I am not a fan of Rey. And it's not in a sexist type of all these fucking movies are bringing out like women as the leads now. No, that's not it at all. I couldn't give two shits. Aliens, Kill Bill, fuck you. They're great movies with women as strong leads. That's not it. It's just the character of Rey just does not fucking appeal to me. But in The Last Jedi, I did enjoy the training. Trying to convince Luke to train her. Trying to get that shit going. Watching her coming up. And learning and accepting that, yes, she is, learning about the Force. I mean, tell me that isn't one of the funniest goddamn scenes when he tells her to fucking reach out and she literally fucking reaches out. And I feel something, whack, I mean, that's some funny shit.
Yeah.
But her, here again, as we were talking about those Empire beats, she goes down into the hole of darkness.
Yep.
And tries to, has her little encounter with the dark side. I thought that was great storytelling.
They didn't have to make it look like a fucking infected sphincter, though.
Well, yeah, I mean there is that. We don't need it to look like an itchy brown eye, do we?
Right.
But everything, and again, I also liked the whole Force, the quote unquote Force projection interaction between Kylo and Rey,
I thought those were neat too.
That was engaging, and that as I'm watching the movie, that was one of those things I would have loved to see the ending be, would have been Rey going off with Kylo. Not because she was turning to the dark side, but because she was so firm in her belief that he could turn back to the light side. I thought if you really wanted to fucking flip the script, that should have happened as well. But all in all, it didn't do anything to improve the character to me, but I appreciated the character development that was going on with Rey.
Man, I'm agreeing with you there, and I hope Rey, it's just a slow character to develop, because right now I'm kind of feeling the same way that, remember the people in Futurama that were from the neutral planet?
Right. Exactly.
I have no feelings about this one way or the other. And maybe that's Rey's parents.
Maybe. Well, remember, they're nothing. They're nothing.
Right.
Which again, I appreciate, and much like
There's
Dan
another
Larson.
fucking empire right there.
Okay, what? I'm missing what?
The revealing of the parents.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, kind of anticlimactic reveal, but it wasn't.
Still, though. Luke,
but yes.
Okay.
They're nothing.
Am I wrong?
They're dirty sand merchants. They're nothing.
Right? Am I wrong?
No, you're not. You're not.
Because Luke finds out from Vader, and
Rey finds out from Kylo.
Yeah.
Right during that whole fucking thing. See? Yeah, see? Goddamn, I'm kind of...
I found one!
I'm sure. You know what? I'm sure the internet's already broken this fucking story.
Sure.
But you know what? I haven't seen it, so fuck it.
Whatever.
I'm proud of my originality on this one.
Bingo.
I loved Yoda.
Of course.
I love seeing old school Yoda back in there, fucking knocking
How can you
Luke
not
on the
love
fucking
Yoda?
head. Failure is just as important lesson it is.
Yes. Mythbusters say that too. Failure is always an option.
Adam Savage love, do I? Yes. So touching upon the things that we will agree to disagree upon,
Okay.
I still liked the Laura Dern purple hair chicks. I liked the sacrifice at the end.
Okay.
When hyperspacing through the dreadnought, I realize, yes, it can be a movie breaker. Okay, again, you've made your point, and I get where you're coming from.
I understand.
But
I'm listening.
But as a visual, and especially the first time I saw it on the screen, you cannot tell me that really wasn't one of the most beautiful looking Star Wars scenes
Oh, indeed.
ever. I mean, just visually, it was just so fucking cool to see. And it was a holy shit moment. Now, granted, yes, once the luster and the shine, the new car smell is worn off, you're like, yeah, okay. And I like I said, I can see and agree with you coming from, but you cannot deny that was just an epic looking visual scene. It was pretty fucking cool.
It was. I will give it that. Yeah, one of the positive things I'll say about this movie is the special effects and all the whatever.
Yeah.
Was phenomenal. I
Yeah.
mean, it was all the special effects and shit were awesome.
I did put down the lightsaber duel as something that I could view as a high point, but you know what? After saying it and thinking back on it, no, I got to agree with you. It was pretty god awful. I mean, conceptually, if like say it had been choreographed better,
Yep.
or if the participants had taken more time in the training, it's kind of like Iron Fist with the Marvel Netflix.
I mean, there is one part in it, you can see one guy like lunge in and then be like, oh, not my turn yet, and then like step back out. And,
Whoopsie daisy.
yeah.
yeah. Well, and I think my biggest problem is the fact that hate the prequels as much as you want. Lightsaber duel wise, we got spoiled.
The Darth Maul and
Darth Maul, Obi-Wan Kenobi is still
that.
Yes.
Yep.
By far, if we can sit here and I will still talk shit about the Phantom Menace, I can still find redeeming qualities.
Yep.
The lightsaber duel is one of them.
Yep.
That
Exactly.
is still the best one because there's no CGI. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, sets and the backgrounds and that type of stuff, yes. But those were 3 real actors, not a CGI Yoda, that were just spot fucking on.
Yep.
And even then, okay, if we want to go CGI, the fucking lightsaber duel between Yoda, Dooku, and Anakin in the second episode, pretty fucking badass. Anakin and Obi-Wan, pretty badass. This one, I think it was because it was just slower paced, and like I said, so you could just tell that it was fight dancing as opposed to, draw me in. And I flipped the switch on that one. I agree with you 100%.
Right on.
Could have been way fucking better. But by that flip side account, the hollow Luke on the fucking planet, not so, because there really wasn't a duel, but the interaction between him and Kylo, I thought was just spot on and genius.
I don't remember what my first impression was of Kylo, but after this one, I'm going to say right now that I know that Kylo has grown on me, and I actually really like the Kylo Ren
he's
as
the big
bad
winner.
guy.
Yes, of this movie, he is the big winner.
That's what I was. Yep.
Yeah.
Adam Driver, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The way he portrayed his conflicted nature and stuff, it was first movies with Kylo. I thought it was like a little over the top or something, but I understand it now.
Well,
The way Adam Driver is playing Kylo Ren character, keep it up. I like it.
Yeah. No, and that's like I said, he of all of the new characters, yes, he's the one that you're like, okay, this is the mole, the moss has grown on this Star Wars stone when it comes to Kylo Ren. I really do like it. Number one, they got rid of the fucking helmet.
Yep.
Which it's kind of like fucking Bane, where you can hardly fucking understand what he was saying in Force Awakens.
Right.
I'm on the fence because I mean don't get me wrong, I liked him in Force Awakens. I liked his youthful temper tantrums.
Kinda, yeah. And he was so conflicted too. I mean,
But now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this movie is supposed to take place right after Force Awakens.
Okay.
I think so, because they're
It's pretty
evacuating
soon afterwards, yeah.
because they're evacuating the base. Kylo Ren is still getting his scar worked on.
Yep.
So if not immediately after, it's got to be within a week, because they
You're
found
right,
the fucking
yeah.
base. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. So my only problem character-wise on that would be, would his temper tantrums have subsided that quickly? He only had one moment, and that was when he destroyed the helmet.
Yeah. The moment of destroying the helmet was him destroying him destroying that part of himself, that the temper tantrum type of part.
Okay.
Okay. And then, because afterwards he was more, he was different.
Well, yeah, and
He
I think
was-
maybe and also too, getting the I think maybe Snoke had a lot to do with that then, because if he, because he said he was the one responsible for, doing the melding conversations that they were having.
Right.
So I think those kind of drew him in and mellowed him out, where he started getting this more of the manipulative, join me, type of a thing with
Right.
that. And then finally having that final confrontation with Luke, even though, he loses, kind of technically. Can't really call fighting a hologram win or lose. But that one moment when it struck a chord with me then, and it kind of still does now. But when he says, he's just all like, "What are you here to?" I'm getting all Triple H in my voice.
Right.
Are you here to turn me over there, McMahon? No, it's like, are you trying to bring me back to the dark side? Are you going to redeem my soul? And Luke's like, no. And it's like, all right.
Yeah.
Luke's acknowledged you are fucking dark side. Everyone's acknowledged he's dark side, and now he has acknowledged he's dark side. So all around, like I said, coming full circle, I really got to say, of all the new characters, I would probably rank him as like the top of the ones that I'm actually really starting to like.
Indeed.
And I think Poe Dameron would probably be number 2.
Poe's pretty badass. He's our new Han Solo.
I would say in that roguish type of the way, but I mean, to me, god damn. I mean, I can't compare him to Han Solo.
No, you can't.
Because that's doing him a disservice.
I'm not like it's.
Well,
no,
I'm just saying. I'm not you in general. I'm just saying you in just a general sense.
I'm kind of giving it as a compliment.
Yeah. I mean, the roguish rule breaker type of thing. But it's one of those deals where he's roguish and rule breaking, and he, honestly, aside from the first scene when he's out there and Leia tells him to fucking come back, that's an order, and he shuts off the radio and sends in the bombing brigade.
Right.
And everybody fucking goes down. That, to me, here again, you want to talk about character flipping moments. It wasn't so much a fact that, his badassery in leading the mutiny against purple-haired Laura Dern. Once again, give us fucking names that we can remember.
Right.
Like Admiral blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, purple-haired Laura Dern. That's all I got for you.
Okay. Yep.
His moment of the moment the switch flipped with him, much like Kylo Ren, with the helmet shattering, was when fucking Leia slapped him.
Yeah.
Because at that point, when he was doing the mutiny, he wasn't doing that as like a roguish rebel bucking authority.
He thought he was doing what was right.
It was
based on what he knew.
You're not. What is the fucking plan?
Yeah.
You're not telling me the fucking plan. You're leading us to a fucking death. I am not going to allow my people to be shot down and destroyed because you're being inept. What's the plan? Don't fucking tell me the plan. Fine. I'll come up with my own to save my people.
No. And yeah, you're absolutely right. And what he did what he thought was right. And Leia and purple-haired chick knew that too. And remember, they didn't. He didn't really suffer. He didn't really suffer any consequences for killing half the fleet. I mean,
was it just me, or and this could either be like great acting, or fucking Laura Dern really wants to bang Oscar Isaacs? But was it just me, or when they were walking and she was like, "Yeah, I like him." Did you think she wanted to fuck him? Was she giving the "I want to fuck him" kind of attitude with Leia?
I don't know.
I kind of picked that up. I think there might have been some Laura Dern, Oscar Isaac shenanigans backstage.
Huh? Maybe, I don't know.
Because it's either that, there had to have been that, or else that's some really quality Oscar level acting. Pun not intended. But yeah, and here again, I think with Poe's strength. And like I said, if they can do something,
you just can't get in X-wing and blow some shit up.
Right. I mean, he had the good learning moments there. If we could just get that with Rey, and if they could have just killed off Finn, and it's not like I've got anything personal against Finn.
Right.
I just think for character development, make him the fucking martyr, the coward that gave his life for the rebellion or the resistance or whatever. That's some strong fucking poignant shit right there, man.
An ex-stormtrooper, yeah.
Yeah, you know? And I think I had myself a Mandela effect moment, too, because I could have swore Rose had fucking died.
See, I thought she died, too.
And then I see her fucking getting all tucked in under the fucking blankets there. It's like, God damn it.
Yep. Well,
But it'd be what it be. So, with all of that being said, my review and rating on the movie still holds true. I still give it like a 3.5. It's okay. It's not great, but it's not. I find a really hard time just taking a big shit on this movie, other than the fucking Casino Royale planet. Because if you notice, all the other stuff that I said was pretty nitpicky when it came to really picking the shit. As far as the movies go, aside from the Casino Planet, I don't really have that much bad to say about it. So, I think we kind of we both had the agreement coming out of it last night. Well, it's better than the Phantom Menace.
It is.
But I think really at the end of the day, with a clearer view on it, and not so much of the Star Wars baggage, I have to say, it's really not that bad of a movie. It's not one of the greats.
No.
but it's not that bad.
It's I'm gonna say, kind of agree with you. It's not that bad. I found some new positive things in the movie. Well, especially like Kylo Ren's character development.
Yeah.
I really like that, like we were talking about. But still, overall, it's not. Yeah, I still feel the same way about it. I understand the movie more, I think, and understand why it is the way it is, and that doesn't change my mind, though.
Yeah. No, and like I said, I mean, I'm not, as much as some of those fucking internet people and the fucking YouTubers out there that are just flaming Rian Johnson for, oh my God, you've destroyed the Star Wars universe. I cannot subscribe to that.
I'm gonna say he had a tough job to fucking do. He had a big, giant, worldwide movie franchise, known worldwide, that he has to pass the torch along and retell and get ready for the next generation to, like, latch onto this story.
All right.
And that can't be easy to fucking do for multi-million-dollar fucking, or whatever, probably billions, Disney, okay? That's got to be a tough job.
Well, and I think the key thing on that too isn't just the fact that it's, it isn't just the fact that it's a Star Wars franchise. It's not just the fact that it's fucking Disney. It's the fact that you have all of these crazed, and to an extent, you and I are a part of this. The crazed Star Wars fans,
right,
that demand excellence in storytelling and demand this is what we want to see. And if the script gets flipped in any way, shape, or form, it is fucking outrage time.
It is.
And I don't. It's one of those deals where I cannot. I had a bit of the vitriol for Rian Johnson saying, what have you done? This is just not. But I can't fault him, because there was the easy way out. And previously said by Dan Larson, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. The easy way out would have been Luke would have returned, met up with Leia, raised his daughter. They switched Kylo Ren, and they go after Snoke in the third film. Right.
And he made a good point. Yeah, that's a good point that he made. And that's what we would have expected. And he was also talking about, like, the prequels. We knew what was going to happen. We already knew where these characters are going, what decisions they were going to make, and so on. Yeah, that guy made that point, and he's right. We already knew these. Force Awakens, The Last Jedi. He was saying the same. He was also saying that we kind of know, but we don't really know what's going to happen. So
until you take a look with that magnifying glass and you realize it's just Empire Strikes Back, the next generation.
Right. But yeah, we like I said, we kind of know what's going to happen, but we don't really know. So
yeah,
there's expectations, and you're absolutely right. People were expecting things, and that's not what they got. And it kind of reminds me of something my dad used to say. Well, wanting one hand and shit in the other. Tell me which one fills up faster.
Which one fills up faster? Yep. And that to me, and that's why I think that's probably why I do have more of an appreciation for the film. Not, like I said, not that I'm gonna fucking increase and say this is a 5 out of 5. No, but I have an appreciation for what was being done in trying to progress the story.
Yeah.
Not fucking do the easy way out cookie cutter bullshit. I just, like I said, for the next one, and I hate to say it, but on the next movie, I'm going to be fucking keeping my eye out for Return of the Jedi beats.
I know. Motherfuckers.
All right. Well, this went way fucking long, so we will go ahead here. We will take ourselves a break. We will come back with some Reddit fun and then get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Squad M Show, gang. Stay tuned.
In a city where corruption rules the streets, only one man can stop the serial killer known as the Blood Bandit. James Kurt, a former police officer turned private investigator, must race against the clock to stop the madman before he achieves his ultimate diabolical goal. When JK's brother Alex is thought killed in the line of duty and mysteriously returns with no memory of his past life, the stakes are raised even higher. Enigma, the comic book series from Quad M Productions, written and illustrated by TJ Damon, with colors and effects by Jason Vickers. Enigma. Order your copy at quadmproductions.com today.
You're listening to the Quad M Show. Segment 3.
Welcome back to the third and final segment of this here Quad M Show. Again, we are your hosts. I am TJ.
And Jason.
Boy, oh boy, really great work, bitches.
And this segment, as always, is brought to you in part by DeeplyDapper.com. Now, you've heard us go on and on about all that sweet merch that you can pick up over at Deeply Dapper. Original art prints and books, vinyl-wrapped metal flasks, custom key hangers, as well as light switch plates, and those handmade soaps, all based on your favorite pop culture nerd world properties. But there is so much more. Once you're done listening to us, go give DeeplyDapper.com a look-see. Check out the 3D Podcasket, as well as the Robot Kraken podcasts. Get a load of some of those recipes he's got cooking up there in the Deeply Dapper kitchen. All that type of stuff.
The Deeply Dapper kitchen.
The Deeply Dapper kitchen. We'll get them on the Food Network.
Right? I don't
Cooking
really...
with Chris. Today we're going to whip up some Cthulhu stew.
Some Cthulhu stew.
What are you waiting on, kids? Get on over there, DeeplyDapper.com. Once again, that is Deeply Dapper, better living through tentacles.
Through tentacles.
Cthulhu stew. Yeah, we're at the squirrely stage of funny now.
Yeah, you're cracking me up.
You know what cracks me up? Reddit fun with Jason.
Reddit Fun with Jason.
Reddit, right. And today, or not today, tonight, this episode's Reddit.
Well, it depends. They can listen at any point in time. It can be today or tonight. Who
This
knows?
time on Reddit is fun.
There you go.
I couldn't find the Reddit question anymore.
Yeah.
So, you know what? You know what they say? Fake it till you make it.
The show must go on.
Fuck it, we're going to do it live.
We're doing it live.
But thankfully, we've got some Facebook and Twit, some Twit responses.
Yeah, so just to kind of give a little bit of a backstory on this, last week's show, we were going to go ahead and we were going to do the Reddit question, or the Reddit Ask Reddit of the week was going to be sans lightsaber. You know, not counting a lightsaber. What Star Wars tech would you want?
Right.
And I had sent out the feelers on Facebook and Twitter.
Right.
And everything was all lined up. We were good to go. But then we decided, since we were doing the Last Jedi thing today, or for this show, we'll hold it out for 1 week. And then we did whatever one it was that we did last week.
Right.
In the interim, whether I don't know that Reddit wouldn't really ever remove anything that I know of, but for some reason it's gone. We can't find it.
My Google foo isn't strong enough, and the Reddit's
Google foo.
Google foo. Yep.
Hi-ya!
Isn't strong enough, and Reddit's actual search feature is pretty shitty.
It is, yeah. But so in light of that, I think we'll just have the discussion as far as what tech would we want,
right?
If you know, aside from a lightsaber. But again, I had posted the question on both Facebook as well as Twitter, and we did get some responses. So I'll give those guys out first, and a couple of these are pretty damn funny.
Okay.
Austin Carlson, he had said biotech cloning.
Ah, yeah.
Would have been one. Brett Carlson, good friend of the show. Cybernetics and robots. So, you know, cybernetics, droids, robots, all that type of stuff.
Yep.
And with that, he says, you could legally have a slave, and who doesn't want that?
Right.
Over on the Twitter, and of course, this is where because most of my Twitter responses comes from fellow podcasters, so you know they're going to be halfway entertaining. At Invasion of the Remakes, his first initial thing was the glaive. That counts as tech, right? Then he realized no, because that was Krull, not Star Wars. For those not in the know. And then he says, "Whoops, Star Wars tech. The electric baton from The Force Awakens. That's pretty badass."
And it's made for a woman.
And the fine folks over there at the Trailer Junkies, they said the Death Star.
The Death Star.
And then my personal favorite, this guy's got a bit of a twist, a bit of a twist to him. Over at the Man Brain podcast, Slave Girl Shackles.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I don't think so. Winner, winner, sheen dinner.
All right, that guy wins.
I think that's our winner. Good night, folks. No, I'm just gonna
Slave Girl Shackles.
Slave Girl Shackles.
Oh, yeah.
Now, for my own taste and my own sensibilities, if I was rubbing the magic lamp and I was allowed to have any Star Wars tech that is not currently in existence, because paper apparently is, as well as pens.
It is now.
I would say hyperdrives.
Hyperdrives?
Hyperdrives. Interstellar. The ability for interstellar transport.
That was mine too.
Oh, well, shit.
I even looked up a bunch. I got a whole list. Because remember, we're faking it till we make it.
Indeed. Indeed.
But yeah, my pick was hyperdrive too. Like the interstellar travel. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That'd give us, just the hyperdrive technology alone would like come with a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah, you just don't, yeah.
Well, and I think about it for, the fact of like terraforming and that type of thing,
Yeah, getting us to the fuck off this rock.
Yeah, or at least getting half of us off this rock so we
Something
can try
like
to,
that.
save some resources for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
We're dying a slow death because people just won't learn how to fucking keep it in their pants.
Well, that's what we do.
It gets boring on the farm.
Team human, fuck yeah.
Oh, okay. So what else do we have on the list?
So basically, I got some checked off the list actually. So
okay. Oh, you marked off the Slave Girl Shackles, did you?
No. Slave Girl Shackles. Fucking A. That's on the list now. The healing tank.
Oh, the Bacta tank. Okay, yeah.
Yep. One of those would be pretty handy, I suppose.
Survive a Wampa attack or two.
Right. Dip yourself in the tank, pop out. You're good to go.
Splish Splash Fate is taking a bath.
Holographic communications. Interstellar holographic communications.
Yeah.
Okay. Communications spanning like light years.
My problem...
it's pretty impressive.
Oh, it is. Don't get me wrong. My problem is the same thing as like now. I mean, obviously now we have things like FaceTime and all that.
Oh, dude,
type
we're
of
gonna human it all the fuck up. You know that, dude. There's gonna
between prank calls and phone sex.
There's gonna be porn all over that thing, man.
Thanks to FaceTime and Skype, horror has a new name, and it's called video phone.
Right.
Holographics will make it that much even fucking worse.
Oh yeah.
You can poke someone's eye out.
I do not disagree. We'd human the fuck out of that shit.
That's our hard as a rock.
That shit be on your refrigerator.
I wouldn't even say that.
Next to the ice dispenser.
I wouldn't even say humanize. I'd say we would Americanize it. Yeah. Because remember, dude, we took the croissant. We took the croissant.
No.
And it's not for sandwiches.
The next one we'll Americanize.
Okay, what's the next one?
Blaster and energy weapons.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's something America would fucking America the fuck out of, dude.
How was your week? Well, we went out, we played Air Sting for a while.
But you could use an energy shield.
Yeah. Much like, I would say, like, when we say energy shields, we're talking like the ones that those fucking roller destroyer droids had?
They're all the same. Like the energy shields.
Yeah.
Like the little droids, the ships have energy shields.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Energy shields.
Yeah.
Okay. Of course, land speeders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another one like is basically.
Well, don't we kind of have that with hovercrafts?
They still like ride on a cushion of air, and they got a skirt underneath of them. They kind of hover.
Okay. Yeah.
They're not like levitation.
They're not like the real deal.
Yeah.
Jawas aren't going to be scouring over these things, wanting to know how much.
And not the space vehicles, but all like the planetary air vehicles type of stuff.
Yeah, like
Okay.
the sail barge and the like you said, the fucking the speeder bikes.
Yeah.
That speeder bikes. That's one I'd want.
I'd want a speeder bike too. That'd be awesome. Here's one thing I learned. Okay, I like World War II is my favorite war. And
it was a good one.
It was a good one, yeah. The sound of the speeder bikes going through the forest and shit on Endor.
Yes.
Okay. The sound of that was the noise of a P-38 Lightning, a World War II fighter aircraft used mainly in the Pacific Theater.
Why did I think it was a Warthog?
And then it was also the sound of a Messerschmitt dive bomber.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That noise. It was those two noises combined together that made the sound of the land speeder, or the
Speeder bike.
speeder bike.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I knew it came from an aircraft. I don't know why I thought it was the old fucking Warthog, though. I don't know why.
The Warthog is a newer airplane.
I don't know that it was newer because I know that the old Cobra Rattler was based off of it. So by newer, it had to have at least been around in '83.
Yeah. This one is kind of, I would say, overlooked, but solar power. It's kind of like only hinted about how kind of powerful their solar panels are. TIE Fighter runs off solar. Those the things
on the side,
its
yeah.
panels are solar panels. Those solar panels collect energy to drive the twin ion engines.
Okay.
Twin ion engine.
Yes, well, because that's what I was about to say. Because TIE in the TIE Fighter stands for twin ion engine.
Yes.
So where is it getting that ion in it? Okay, so that's where
from
it's getting
the solar panels on the flat panels.
And that's why the Empire doesn't have to worry about fuel, fuckers.
The Empire did nothing wrong.
The Empire did nothing wrong.
There's a subreddit about that, dude, and sometimes you're like, I'll be goddamned.
We will stop the use of fossil fuels. We will go to a highly advanced form of energy collection.
Say something about better for the environment.
The solar panels that we will use will be far better for the environment.
Shitty Palpatine.
Shitty Palpatine.
On the list.
I was going to say, Palpatine kind of sounds like Cobra Commander a little bit there, doesn't he?
Yeah. Kind of a Zep Brannigan of Emperor Palpatine.
Oh, I'm afraid that you will find there will be much petroleum left for your people as we switch to a biodegradable form of energy.
Oh, no.
Lord Vader, bring me my hemp shopping bag. I wish to make a purchase.
Farmer's Market.
The farmer's market. The solar panels will not work when it's facing the dark side. Okay, enough of shitty Palpatine. Let's keep going.
That's it, dude. That's it. We're gonna ice that cake. Call it good.
Lighting the candles on this sumbitch.
I ain't got nothing after that.
All right. Well, then let's go ahead here. Good sir, as we wind her down, do you have a pick of the week for the week this week?
No, not really. It was kind of blew it all on the Star Wars there.
Yeah, it was a very Star Wars centric episode.
It was.
Or at least two Star Wars centric segments. Yeah, there you go.
It's got to be, dude.
There you go. Well, all right.
It's the bread and butter.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to hit the grounders to get the home run.
Right.
That's what I say.
Right.
Right now, I do not myself have a pick of the week for this week either, other than the fact that, remember, kids, next week there will be no show. If you are one of our listeners in the Chicago area, and I know some of you are out there, come by, visit us, stop over. Wizard World, Chicago. We'll be at I believe it's the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center there in Rosemont. Make sure, swing by the Quad M booth, say hi, say howdy, get your Enigma swag. Tell us how much you love the show. All that type of stuff, because my ego, 4 days at a convention, my ego will need it at some point. If you make the stop.
Chicago's going to break you.
Like financially or spiritually?
Chicago's going to break you.
No.
Yeah.
No, financially, yes. Spiritually, no. It's another show. Shill out some more comics.
Right.
You know, shill out some more comics, make some more fans and friends. Both of yous. I average about 2 a show.
2.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, I love the comics. Oh my God, you're so funny on the show. Thanks. You and your friend. God bless. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
All right. Well, do we have anything left? I've already done some of it, but anything left to pimp, promote, propagate, or pander?
No.
Then that will wrap it up for this week's episode of the Quad M Show. As always, make sure, if you're listening to the show, subscribe on whatever podcast catching app that you're listening on. Make sure to write a review and give us a 5-star. That is always important. Also, don't forget, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Username, codename, all that stuff, Quad M Comics. You'll be able to find us that way, or just Quad M Productions. Look it up on Google, however you choose to do it. Whatever. Like, follow, subscribe. There you go. Boom. All that shit.
May your Google foo be strong.
Yeah, that's right. Google foo.
Google foo.
Google foo. So until next time, this is TJ.
And Jason.
And we will see you all later, gang. Take care.
You've been listening to the Quad M Show. Copyright 2018, Quad M Productions. If you have any comments, questions, queries, quibbles, or concerns, email us at quadmcomics@gmail.com or find us on Twitter at quadmcomics.
I got a spare season 7 of Smallville if you'd like.
I think I'll be all right. I remember Lana falling down a lot.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
That poor girl. Oh my God. I feel so bad for her. Like, she's got to have brain damage by now. I mean,
well, that's why she never knew that Clark was Superman.
That's absolutely fucking right. Because she was fucking half loopy all the time from getting her head knocked around.
She was all fucking post-traumatic shit, man.
Right.
That's the spin-off series we needed. Assisted living Lana.
That's the message to football players. Gonna end up like Lana Lane. Look at this bitch.
Can't even tie her own goddamn shoes now.
Without knocking herself out. This week's episode, Revolving Door. She gotta get rescued by Superman and Revolving Door.
Tensions mount as Lana can't remember. Is it push or pull?
She's just knocked out on the floor. She's just getting drug around by the door.
She's like the little spinner flap on the Wheel of Fortune. Just ticky 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 ticky.
Okay. Superman comes along and fucks it all up because it's a revolving door and he can't fucking figure out to put on his outfit or put on his disguise. It's just all a blur now. Lana comes out in a puree. Along comes Chloe.
And that G.I. Joe knowing half battle moment. It's just I'm sorry, Clark. I don't think so good.